Okay, guys, so this is my first time actually trying to record my screen in a long time, so I don't know if this is going to work or whatnot, if it's how this PC is going to be able to handle this. We'll see. Hopefully, it can handle it. If it can, it can. If it can, it can't. Today, this evening, we're going to be working on um, I'm going to work on a obituary. So come in, join me. That's what's going on. I'll be working on this obituary today. Um, see if we can, if I'm not sure if it's streaming or not, but let's see here. Hopefully it comes up. Okay, looks like it is live. So, like I said, my best friend lost his nephew, and he took care of, and so I am going to be working on an obituary tonight for him. We're going to do the life journey, which I have pretty much kind of went into ChatGPT and kind of pulled all of that stuff up so that I could get that going. I'm going to actually go over on, I'm just going to jump over here and just start looking for the stuff that I'm looking for. I want some blue flowers, and I may have ChatGPT make it for me. Um, yeah, I will do that. As a matter of fact, I will do that. That may be a little bit quicker than me trying to look and find the things that I want. So I'm going to take this floral background, which was from another obituary that I did, and I'm going to take this, and I'm going to actually take both pieces, and this should be really easy to do. Now I do want ChatGPT to give it to me nice and bright, so actually it looks like all I did was flip that, so that's what I'll do for this one. Looks like I faded it out, so I'm gonna bring that back up. So the only thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this blue flowers, and what I'm gonna do is I am just going to use my snip tool over in Corel Draw. We're working in Corel Draw, guys, so we're working on tonight. Just gonna snip this right here, and we'll go over in here and we'll put this picture in here, paste it, and say we're going to create an image similar to this one, but with hyper realistic blue roses. Can use pearls, blue roses for a male's I'm just going to say do it with blue roses, and that's all I need to do is flip it out and do it with the blue roses, and see if ChatGPT will give us something very similar to what we are going to what we can so that we can use it for our obituary. And then the other thing we're going to do is have it actually write out everything, kind of put everything how we need it to be. So we're just going to let that work, And hopefully my PC can handle this, y'all, because I see that it's at 21 already. So we'll see if it can handle this. It may lag a little bit on you guys' end. If it starts lagging, the best thing for you guys to do is to tell me in the comments, and then I will turn it off. But I'll stay on as long as I can, to see, what we can get done from what we can't get done today. I hope everybody is enjoying their holiday. I need this for tomorrow, so it's really, really important that I get this done. Oh, they are beautiful. It's going to be beautiful, guys. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. I should have told it to give me like a cross or something, but it'll be fine. It will be fine. I don't want to do any clouds or anything like that. I want to do something a little bit different, so this should be fine. If it comes on and gives me the image. Come on, chat. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. So ChatGPT actually already gave me, we can kind of size this down and make this fit. Okay, so this is the image. We're going to take it and it's going to save it as a PNG, which is perfect. Let's just open it on up. Let Corel open it up. And so now we have the image. Now we're almost done with chat, but I'm going to go ahead and hit the plus sign, and then I did have it write out what I wanted to say here. So I'm going to copy that and then come in here and highlight it so that we just have all of our wording, and we'll just hit Control V to paste it, and it will put it in here, and then we'll hit right click and hit convert to text, and then that will convert that eulogy into text for us. We'll go up here and we'll hit to make this like a 12 or something, and then we'll try to format it. Sometimes in Corel you get good formatting, and then sometimes you don't, because it isn't a program that is meant for that's good enough. We'll take it, and the rest of it we will take it here. So we got that, and then celebration of life, let's take that and copy that, paste that in there, and then now we got that. So now we can go ahead and we can close out our ChatGPT and keep it pushing. So now we got that. I am going to go ahead and format this, get this all ready and stuff, and we know we're going to bring it in. Well, I can't bring that in like that, y'all. Dang, I'm going to have to, we'll figure it out. We'll go in and do that in a second, because that's going to be our wording. And so here we're just going to go ahead and delete all of this stuff out. Actually, this is a 8.5 by 11-inch page. I'm just going to create a new page, and I'm going to make it the page that I want it to be for the obituary. I'm going to actually do just like a letter size, and then I'll figure out, because I have no idea. Was kind of last minute. When you do obituaries, it's always sad, but you can make money off of doing obituaries, guys. So we're just going to go in, we're going to find that image that we had downloaded, and we're going to bring that image in. This image is going to serve as our backdrop for the obituary, and so we got the image in there, and then in Corel, I'm just going to make that image because that's 11 inches across, so I'm going to make it 5.5 inches, and then I'm going to hit P, and that's going to center it to the center of my page. I'm going to take it and put it here on one side. I want it to be half and half, and so I'm going to hit D, and that's going to duplicate it, and then I'm going to flip it, and then I'm just going to come over here and move it with my cursor. Now I'm going to take it and I'm going to come in and try to get it as close as I can to each other because I want it to flip it side by side. Something like that. That looks pretty good. And so if you want to make sure that this is aligned, you can select all of it and then go up here to object, and over here in align, then you can align it there to the top. Now you know that it's aligned. I'm going to hit Control G, and then I'm just going to stretch this to the page. Now with it like this, I couldn't really and then I do want just a little bit of border around this, so I'm going to go there, and then I'm going to hit P. It's going to center it to the page. Okay, so if I started putting lettering on top of this, you wouldn't be able to see it. So so what I need to do is I need to go in and I need to kind of fade this into the background. So in Corel, you have your little transparency tool, and you can come right here and you can do a little fade. So we're going to fade it back, make it look a little old like, right? So now that we have our fade, I am just about ready. So this is going to be the outside of our obituary. And then let me make sure, guys, before I get started, because I feel like that flower should be flipped. Let me take a look. No, it's fine. I don't know, but I just felt like it should be flipped. But so we can close this out. I don't need to have too many things open while I'm working, since I can close this out too. And that's our original. This one is going to be the one that we're working with. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete this picture here. I'm going to grab all of this stuff here from a previous obituary, and I'm going to hit Control C, and then I'm just going to go over here and I'm going to hit Control V, and that's going to paste it onto my page. So now that I got that pasted, it kind of gives me something to start working with, right? This name, of course, we're going to switch out, and we've got a bunch of pictures, so we're going to have to bring in his picture. We're going to take this name out right here, and we're going to replace it with his information. And let's just go over here and find us a font, and we'll say Edward Sneed Jr. And then we'll find us a font to put his name in. How you guys doing today? Today I spent the first part of this morning. I was not open today, but I spent the first part of today getting myself organized and getting ready for the week. And then I realized I'm going to have a really short week this week because I have to go to this funeral tomorrow. And then in between there, I still have things that I have to do, jobs and stuff like that that I have to print and stuff. So, you know, like nothing's going to stop. That's a pretty font, but it's really, really thin. So let's go in and find something amazing. I normally do really well with the Edwardian script. We may try that one. This one is a little thin. Let's see, let's go in and let's kind of stick to our blues, and let's go in and add a contour onto it and kind of thicken that text up. We'll do an outward contour, and let's kind of thin that down. We'll go up 2 to 3 channels. Let me see. I'll probably make that inside will be white, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add right click. Well, I'll do that when I'm done, and then I'll thicken it up once I'm done with it. So I think that will look good. Okay, so we're going to go here to object, and we're going to go ahead, we're going to break this contour apart. So when I break apart a contour, what happens is you have the first wording here, and then you'll have the words in the back. So let's say if I wanted that to be white, that's what it would look like. I could then just take that, just this white part if I wanted to, and do what I was going to do, where I went in and I thickened it up. And down here in the corner in Corel Draw, you guys, there is a place where you can make that as thick as you want it to be. I'll try a 2 and see where that gets me, because I do want this to be seen when I am doing it, and I am kind of happy with that. I think I'm okay with that. Now we can select it all, and then we can hit P. It'll group it all together, bring it all together, and put it over here onto the center of the page. And then I'm going to hit Control G and come back in here. And I do a lot of zooming in and out when I'm working, y'all. So for those of you guys who are new and have not seen me work, I do a lot of in and out, zooming, zoom, that's me. Okay, now I can start to see what I want to do with this, and as I'm looking at it, remember when I was like, I'm going to fade it out, I can start to see that I need to take that fade out some more. So there we go. And now that I've faded it out, I may want to go in and make this up in here more of a dark blue. And let's see, I will catch this blue just to see what it looks like. Let's go in and find a blue. We're going to work in our Pantone color palette, because Pantone color palette just has so much more for you to work with than any of the other ones. I didn't group that. I wasn't trying to. Let me go back, because I did not realize that I grouped it. So I'm going to hit Control U, use my keyboard shortcut, which is going to ungroup it. And now I'll go in and just see if I can change that color. I think I like that. I think I like that. Now what I'll do is I'm going to break up this back right here, this back contour. I'm going to take that and break that up and make that white, and then I think I'll be right at it. I'll have what I need to make it pop. Sometimes it takes a minute. I'm going to move it over here because when I'm working, y'all, I like to move stuff and do all kind of stuff. So you got to ungroup it. I'm going to hit Control U, which is going to ungroup it, and then I'm going to select that front color and make it white. And then we'll take this and we'll pop it off in here and see what it looks like. Okay. That I'm a little bit more happy with. I'm going to hit Control G, and then I will just bring it back down off in here. Okay. So now I need to figure out my sunrise and my sunset. And we already got the colors. I'll just make it darker here and make it match. Let me see when Ed's passing was. If you have any questions, let me know. Like I said, guys, I'm working over in, let's see, did ChatGPT do that for me, y'all? Did it tell me? I think it did. Let's kind of zoom out. I think ChatGPT has already did the wording for me. Celebration of life. No, that's what it did. Okay, there it is. So here, let's see what font we're gonna make this, because we already got our life stuff done. So and what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to take this and bring this in like this, and I'm gonna have to just go over here and make lines. Control C, take it in here and Control V, bring it in. Where did it go? Where did it go? Did it come in? Oh, huh, it didn't come in, did it? Did it come in? It did not come in. Okay. Go back over and do it again. Control C. Hopefully that pastes in for me. It doesn't want to paste in. There it is. Okay. I was about to say now. Okay. So we're just going to put it here, and we'll make it like 16 points now for me to do what I need to do. And then I'll just go in and start hitting enter. So, heart, beautiful testament.
I need, you got a safety pin?
No, baby, what would I be doing with a safety pin?
I need something to pop this pimple.
Why would I have a safety pin? Boy, get out of here talking about, do I have a safety pin?
Come on,
I don't have no safety pin for you,
baby.
Attack. Attack?
Yeah.
What do we
pop this damn thing on my nose.
Let me see, baby. You want me to pop? You got a pimple? A pimple?
I don't know what it is, but I know it's hurt right here. So I feel it, like right here.
You know what that's from?
What's that? Right here.
Oh.
It's like a little bump. You feel it?
Oh, it look like something to bit your
That's
ass.
what I'm saying.
Somebody
I'm telling
hit you in your nose.
No, ain't nobody hit me in my nose.
You done got your butt whooped.
I need Damn, I know you got something up in here. I don't know why something up in here.
Well, baby, look, I don't know what to tell you.
Mom told me to come ask you because he said you got something.
That man don't know nothing about me. He knows nothing.
Ain't nothing on that wall over there?
On the wall?
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, so now, there we go.
Yeah, here you go.
Okay, you got some? Okay. Okay, well, alrighty
I'm gonna try
then.
to pop this.
Alrighty then, sweetheart. See you later. Bye.
Alright, you want me to turn the light back off?
Yes, sir. We're just gonna go in and center that like that, and then I may even make that a little bit bigger because that looks really, really small. But once I print it out, it's gonna be just fine. Now, okay, so that is actually the back, y'all. So that should actually be on page 2. It's a good thing I looked at that because that should be on page 2. We're just gonna hit Control C and copy that and go over. That's why I like being able to have different stuff. So we're gonna go here and I'm gonna open up a new page, but I'm gonna put this over on the front page, which is here. Control V. And then I'm going to move it over here. Wow. That was, I put that on the wrong page. Wrong page, wrong page, wrong page. Okay. Control V. Okay. Control C. This goes over here. Control V. That should go right there. Okay. Because when we do this, it's actually going to be, this is actually going to be the back. So this stuff right here needs to go on the back, which means I'm going to just switch out. All I'm going to do is just switch out the wording. That's all. We're just going to switch out the wording, switch out the pallbearers, and I have no idea who's going to be doing anything, so I'm going to be making up a lot of this stuff as I kind of go. Active pallbearers, and we will just put on here the family. So we'll put somebody in the comments, give me a Psalms. Let's see here. Come up with a go in here and find me a scripture. I wonder, do they have if there may be one on the grandmother's obituary, if she had a scripture that she liked, a favorite scripture, then I will use it. Otherwise, I will just come up with my own and give my own. Normally when I'm doing an obituary, I will get all of that information, but my friend is a little messed up behind everything. Not a little messed up, a lot of messed up. So he's not really in a position to give a lot of information. So, hey Tampa. Yeah, he said attack. I just turned on my tablet since my phone went dead. So now I can see. He said attack, give him attack, didn't he? Okay, we're just gonna put the family there, and that's gonna be that. And then for the acknowledgement, we'll use the same acknowledgement that we have, and this is the same family. I'm using the same obituary template, so we'll just leave that stuff as is. We'll leave that as is, and then we'll change the place for the repast. We will change that. That's going to be at the, what did he tell me? At the Manhattan Club. And I'll go back and put the address. main thing is for me to get this done, and then I'll go back and put the address. I know all of that is the same. This right here, we'll take this off, and we definitely gotta take Miss Janet off. I don't know how that's still on there. And then we're about ready to start popping in the pictures. Pop, 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 pop. I know that nowadays there are a lot of templates out there, but y'all, this is how we did it before you had templates. Again, you got to know how to do what you gotta do. When you gotta do it, you gotta know how to actually go in and design this stuff. Um, if you look at that right there, we're gonna put that behind the fill and then scale it with the fill, because if you do a outline on something and especially when you're doing like little thin fonts, it will get too big and it'll look a hot mess. So there's our front page right there. This is going to be our second page. Just going to say copy, Control C, and that is, let's see here. So that's that one. This is the back. So we'll take this, and actually let's go in and see what font this is, because we'll use the same fonts. That's a Times Roman font that I use, so we'll use a Times Roman font over here when I paste that back in. Control V, paste that in. We'll switch that to a Times Roman font so that everything will match as we are doing this. And is that just a regular Times? That is a regular Times, and that one is 12.7. Why this says it's 12 bigger than that, but it's not. It's still bold. Let's see. Okay. Start getting these pictures up on here. You guys do a lot of work today. Did a lot of work. A lot of work going on today. A lot of work going on today while I was doing what I was doing. Okay. Let's see here. I don't know what is going on with my computer. Okay. This is what I like about what I do like. So the obituary reads, let me read it back just because I want to make sure that it sounds right. I see already. You can't just take stuff from ChatGPT and just hit it and not read it and make sure that it is right. Okay, there we go. Okay. So let's see what chat wrote. It said, Edward James Sneed Jr. Oh. Is Edward's name James Sneed? Let me see. I don't even know if that's correct. Is that Ed's name James? Where'd you get that from, ChatGPT? Anyway, maybe it is. Edward James Sneed Jr. was a quiet soul with a radiant spirit who touched every heart he encountered. Born on December 9th, 1993, Ed's life was a beautiful testament of God's grace and the strength of family. Though he faced physical challenges, Ed's presence was a daily blessing, a reminder of patience, love, and unwavering faith. Ed was, and okay, ChatGPT, you ain't gonna give no spaces, none, boo. Make me look like I don't know how to write. Ed was lovingly raised in Dallas, Texas, with his grandmother Janet. Became the rock and devoted caregiver. Okay, that's right. Okay, that sounds good, y'all. We'll just take that and run with it. Let's go ahead and get this stuff here off of here, and then go over here and pop that up out of here. And then I'm going to go into page view. Let's go into multi-page view so that we can see how this is going to work. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so actually, you know what? I'm going to take this whole thing. I hit Control C and bring it over here because this is actually, I actually did the, so I did the mother's, his grandma's, stuff when she passed, and so some of these pictures I may be able to reuse. Let's see here what cup that was, a brown that I chose to go with, and I can actually reuse that picture. We will take him out of there because he ain't got nothing to do with this. Leave his daddy, his grandma on there. And pop that on there. Control C, and then delete. And if ain't nothing else going on here, I can just go ahead and make this stuff have a little bit of space and God's grace, beautiful testament. His life was a beautiful testament to God's grace, family. Let's go in and do this all to the left, and then once I do it, I'll break it up how I want it to be. Challenges. Was a daily lesson. There we go. Let's give it a space. Okay, with his grandmother. Da da da. Same. Let's make sure that the words do not cancel back. Ovi, love and devotion. I do not like the way that comes in there, but hey. Let's go here and let's go there and there and there. Demetrius. Okay, that works. Okay, now we'll lighten it up so that it looks like an obituary should look. And let's do that. That one is a little light. Let's go with a darker brown. Let's go in and see. Let's go in and find it. Find the color that we want. Da, da, da. That'll be good right there. Okay, so now we have to remove these pictures that we have in here and bring in the pictures that they actually want and remove out all of this stuff. So since I don't know who is officiating and all of that stuff, I'm just going to put the pastor and put the service dates and just kind of switch all that stuff up. And hopefully I'll talk to someone before I print these out and get some more information. I'll go and do a Facebook dive and see what information I can get, because I have none. Let's see here. It said that he passed on, what did it say? He was born December 12, 1993. We know that. Okay. Okay, wait a minute. So 12, what did it say? Shoes. I forgot that fast. 12. So 12, 19. What did it say? December 12, 12, 93. Trying to decide if I want to spell that out or what. I'll figure it out after I get the date and get everything on there that I need. Let me go over and do me a Facebook dive, y'all, because I have no idea what okay. Nephew, here's the date that this boy passed. to find some information. Visions 23, Ed, today. It's Laura's birthday. Come on. I don't know. So what I may have to do, you know what? I think it's in my inbox. Let me check my inbox because I bet it's in my inbox. Can find something over on in the inbox, hopefully. Huh. I don't know when the passing was or nothing. Well, now damn. It's always difficult when you don't have the information. I don't see a thing. I'm gonna find it because I know it's over here on this Facebook. This the wrong. Oh, this is the wrong profile. That's why. Wrong profile. I'm looking under the wrong profile. There we go. I'm gonna find it because I know. Right. For another profile. Child, what is your damn name on this Facebook? Now this a damn shame. Okay, so let's just make a dummy date. And then I can just go in and I'll just have to talk to somebody and find out. And then I'll just have to go in and, cause this don't make no sense. Man, no information. But I do got them pictures. I bet they send them pictures though. Let's see here. Try to turn my phone on, guys, and see what I can find out. Okay, so there we go. We'll just make this line right here will be a little bit smaller than the others, but hey, it'll be okay. I have to get his name up in there, y'all. Oh. Let me just lock that. Let's make that bold. We'll add contour on it to make it stand out from everything else. Since we did the other stuff, we might as well make it stand out too. Give it a little pizzazzy look, a little jazziness. Only need a little bit. Only need a little bit, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. It's gonna do. And that's good. Okay. Okay, let me see. This phone is on so I can pop this boy's picture in here. And pop these photos up in here and get these photos. He's got a lot of photos, so I'm gonna have photos literally like everywhere. Um, we'll figure that part out. And I need to switch up the photos that are on there because those are the photos that I use for his mom. So I need to switch up some of those photos. It's like deja vu. We done did this, been here, did this before. So, okay, let's go into Messenger and send them to myself. One of the fastest ways for me to seems like for me to send photos and stuff. I like sending stuff through Messenger on my phone. I normally will tell my clients just send it to me on Messenger and then I'll have it. If the file isn't like super huge, I'll already have that stuff. Come on, baby. What's going on here? You got me just over here on the to go into my profile. So today I was setting up because tomorrow is, like I said, tomorrow's gonna be rough for me, y'all. But I gotta start getting ready to do some promotions and stuff, and so it's gonna be super busy. The great thing is I do now have that assistant, so I don't have to, just be available all the time. But the assistant is still in training, so I kind of do have to still be available. Let's see here. Send these pictures. Boom, 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 boom. We already got that one. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Oh, I do need the graduation picture and boom. Okay. So, just gonna go through my messenger and just pull out the photos. Pull out the photos that we're going to be using for this particular pull down the man's photos. This little, well, he wasn't a boy because Air was 30 years old, but he was never supposed to make it, y'all. It just goes to show you. They said he would never be born, would never make it, and he did. He lived, be 30 years old, so. Thank you. Hey, Ree, how are you? just saw that you came in. I'm sorry. I try to speak to y'all. I know the last few videos people have been saying, well, people have been coming on and that I haven't been speaking, but I don't have the same setup that I had, and I'm working on it though. I am. I am working on it. Did I get that picture right there? Okay. So we've got all of the photos that we need. And now we should be able to go to work and at least get the pictures in here. So what I'm going to do is I've got some really nice white paper that I'm going to use. Not like regular copy paper, but very nice paper that I have that I'm going to use to print these out. And so I'm just probably going to put 2 sheets together and then staple in the middle. So I could make this, I could actually put, or I can do this front and back and just do a fold. It just, you know, it just depends on once I get started how these pictures go. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is just prep myself. Baby, I got it dark up in here. Oh. Okay. Okay. So let me think of how I'm going to actually lay this out before I finish doing the whole complete design. I'm going to need 50. They are going to need 50 obituaries. And this will work even if I do like 11 by 17 inch sheets of paper and then fold it and do the big obituaries. This will still work. It's just a matter of me figuring out if I'm going to have an obituary like a booklet or if I'm going to just have like a regular obituary. So it will read Celebration of Life. That will be the back. Boom, boom. And so if we have something there, we would have Celebration of Life. Oh, and then, yes, babe, I'm on live.
Sure.
You need me? Can you bring me a drink?
Huh?
Can you bring me a drink?
Yeah.
Thank you. So we'll have a Celebration of Life on the front, and then we'll open into his life's journey, and then we'll have the homecoming, and then I'll do pictures here, and then we'll do the back. We'll do it a little bit different. I'll be able to do it a little bit different this time. I want to kind of switch it up where it's a little bit different from how his mom's is. We'll do that. Okay, let's get these pictures popping. Let me get these pictures. Matter of fact, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take these pictures, hit Control C, and I'm just gonna bring in a whole new sheet. And then sometimes I just like to work clean. Um, and then I'll put it all back together. So I'll switch between, I'll just switch between my page mode, between my pages as I'm going. And this one is going to be the page that I'm going to work on. That way my layout is clean and it doesn't affect me. I don't know why I'm like that, but I am. That's the way that I like to do it. So we got this picture. First thing I'm going to do is just start cropping them, and then I'll start laying them out how I'm going to have them done. And I need to decide what picture is going to be the front picture, what's going to go on the front of the obituary. Okay, this is just a whole shaboom boom bam. And rest in peace, little Ed. That's a good picture right there. Either one of these. This was Ed's 30th birthday. I tell you what though, baby. Ed could not walk and he could not talk. Never could walk, never could talk. But I tell you what, they sure did keep him clean. Okay. Okay. I got to go find my Bible because I'm thinking that I'll have an extra page, and so I'm going to have to fill that page with something. So I'm going to fill that page with scripture. Um, that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to fill that last page with scripture. So we'll take these two pictures right here. We'll take these two of him dressed, suited and booted. And we'll go Control C, copy, and then go into this page here and hit Control V and paste, and then I'll see which one of those will work for the obituary. Thank you, babe.
You on the phone?
I'm on live making this obituary.
Yeah.
Oh, happy day when Jesus was. Let's see which one we're gonna go. We're gonna go with the blue. It goes with the design. We'll go with the blue, y'all. I didn't even think about that when I was over there, or I just would have went with the blue. We'll just go with the blue. Yep. We will just go with this blue. Okay, Mr. Ed, what you want to do? You want to go in a circle? You want to go in a square? How you want to do it, man? You done hurt my homeboy. I'm gonna say you out of here, Ed. I'm gonna be doing no crying tomorrow. I'm gonna have a good celebration. I hate doing obituaries, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I don't like to do it, especially when it's somebody that I know and love. Okay. So it's a couple of things that I can do here. I can take him and put him inside of a frame. I could, several things that I can do here. The first thing that we'll do, and this will just be for the video, I'll decide what I'm going to do. We'll go here. So these are the frames in Corel. You go in and you can put them inside of a frame. Come on, where the frames at? Did they open? What happened, baby? What happened to the frames? There they go. So you can go in and you can do a frame, and then you can modify it and change that color right there to where that color would be. Of course, for us, our color would need to be like a white or something. So you could go in, you could do something like that. Just different frames in here that you can select from, and then you can also import frames. Like if you over in Canva and stuff like that, you can import frames too, and bring different frames in and stuff into the setting. Normally, if I do something, let's say if I did something like that, I would still come in with me a circle, and I would bring my circle and do it like this, and then I will go in and do me a power clip. And you make a circle whatever size you want it to be. So if I did this, I would do this object and then do a power clip and place it inside. Then go to image, object, place it inside the frame like that. So that's one way that you could do it. And then take that. I like to take, whenever I do my stuff, I like to take off the outline, and then I'll go in and I'll do those edges and make those edges kind of do what's called a Gaussian blur on those edges. But I don't think I'm going to do too much to Ed tonight. Other thing is, we could do a complete trace around him and just trace him out and completely remove. If we wanted to remove the background, we could just completely remove it. We could do a vignette and make it white off in there like that. We'll You don't want to go white, huh? Oh, you want to freeze up. There we go. I know not to be doing too much in here. Mm-mm-mm. Well, there go Corral. It said, I'm out of here. It said, I'm out here, I'm out here, I'm out here. So we won't be doing too much with Ed. I won't do too much with him. That's what it said. I'm out of here, I'm out of here, I'm out of here. I got time. That's what it said. I ain't got time for you, girl. Whew. Tapper, you still on here? Are you gone, honey? I'm gonna show you some stuff. If you here, I'm gonna show you what I think you done left. I'll show you what I worked on today. I'm big on organization, y'all. I'm really, really big on being organized. Let's see here. Yes, open up my designs. That's the good thing about Corel is it will open your shit back up. It's only crashed because I am on a old PC, y'all. I said I need to go and get me a PC. I was looking at a couple today. I actually need to buy a gaming PC because I'm on okay, I think that's as far back as it's gonna take me. I actually need to buy a gaming PC. Let's do this real quick. We're not gonna use that one. We're gonna use this one right here. I need to buy a gaming PC. Gonna use this B-spline tool, and it don't have to be perfect, but I'm just gonna kind of do like a kind of a trace, around his silhouette. I need a gaming PC because I have 3 monitors going on at all times. So I have in 3 monitors, it's like really, literally like the best setup that you could ever wish for when you are, working. If you're designing, answering phones and stuff, you can have your design programs open on one PC, and then on another PC you can have the quoting software, and then on another PC you could be browsing the web or doing other things. And so I've gotten so used to that that I just have to have it. So since my other PC went out, I had not gotten anything, but now I can go and buy something. I won't buy nothing. I've been waiting because I've got all of these orders, and I'm like, okay, I need to make sure that I get all of this stuff taken care of, and then, do what I need to do. But, and so today, so we're going to take that, and then what I'm going to do is just go in and take this and object this and power clip him inside of this frame, since I don't really have time to really show you guys a bunch of stuff because we don't want the PC to go crazy on us. So I'm going to hit here, and I'm going to go file, and I'm going to go save as, just in case this thing decides that it wants to lock up on me. Ed. And then what I like to do is I like to add a shadow behind a person when I'm working on him. So like with him, we can now just throw him off in here. Come on, Corel. You gotta remember that mile. I'm using my graphics card to do this off of, and so okay, so don't look like that's gonna work today. Look like we just gonna keep on. Oh, I have to be very, very careful with what I show you guys, cause it just wants to close up on me. It wants to close up on me. Let's see here. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna end up buying a gaming PC, but I need to buy something. I need to make sure that I have the right amount of memory and not crazy about it. It doesn't really matter too much about a hard drive for me because, you know, I've got just about everything as far as that goes that I could possibly need. So it went back to that image. Let's see here. It should have open recent. I should have saved a file called ed, which should be in here in the desktop. So I won't have to go back and do that. Should be in here. Just type in here ed. Did it not save? Oh, that's weird. So I guess it did not save. File, open recent. It did not save. Let me look and see where is it saving files at. On the desktop? Okay, so let's look through the desktop and see. Should be a file. Huh, it did not save that file. That's crazy. It still did not save the file. Oh yeah, that's weird. So I'm just not even gonna finish this on here because it's gonna end up going out. But so I'm not even gonna finish it on here. I'm gonna get off and then wait till I get off and finish it up. Let's see here, because when I'm running like this, that's why I'm gonna have to, I see now that I'm gonna have to just go ahead. If I plan on just coming all the way back onto YouTube, I'm gonna have to just go ahead and buy what I need to buy so that I can get this done. So it doesn't make working on your clack fans. So I'll show you what I did today, because this won't make the computer go bad. I went in, so you know how I'm always telling you about being organized. I tell y'all, people say you know how people always be saying you need systems, you need SOPs, systems. I am the fucking system, okay? I am the SOP, the only system that is needed. So I like to deal with like stuff that's quick and easy in business. And so for me, when I spend probably 8 to 12 hours a day, at least 10 hours a day in front of the PC when I'm really working. So I'm always on Google over in Chrome, and so I like to keep a really, really clean desktop. So what I did is I went up and I set up, what you can do is you can go and set up what's called tabs in Chrome. So in tabs, you set up these little calendar tabs here, different things, and it opens different browsers. So what I can do is I can open multiple browsers at one time. So how this, I click that tab, it opens up my Google Keep, it opens up my calendar, and then any tasks that I have. So anything I have over here on the calendar, I can go in and do, and then I can close it. Same thing here with like my quote page. If I need to give a quick quote to somebody, it'll open up the quote, and then all of my, so I have the quote open so I can do an instant quote for someone real quick, and then I can also do jump onto the website. So all of those pages are open, and then the catalog pages and all of that all open. For my leads, I need to check daily. Let me get up out of that because that right there will show personal information. And then I have lead mode over here. So which is absolutely amazing, to go in and scrape and do this here, to pull up clients and stuff out of there. I'm gonna actually close that out, and then let's close out calls. And then my call center, I set up a call center so that I can place calls on anything I need to do as far as like placing calls. And then what I did here is, this is Magmo. This is what I was telling you guys about, when you wanted to get leads, to use it as a lead board. I have been using it, baby. It is amazing, simply amazing. This will actually take your business to six figures quick, fast, and in a hurry. So this right here, I'm not going to even go into it because we don't have nobody on here, but it's deep. It goes hard. So that right there goes really hard. And then like training my AI agent to answer the calls and all of that stuff is getting really good. So that's what I worked on today. That is what I worked on today. Getting all of that stuff done, getting all the stuff in here to send out emails and stuff, so that now when I'm up here, I can just boom, click those tabs and be done with my transfers and all that stuff. So I may end up doing a whole little tutorial thing on that, but that's about that, what I did. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here so that my PC won't, so I won't be using up so much bandwidth, and can go ahead and get this obituary done. I'll put a picture of the finished product up once I'm done. Y'all have a good night.